The fitness industry has spent decades confusing you, because confused people buy supplements and hire coaches. Today we end that. Here is everything: how muscle grows, what to eat, how to train, and how to recover. Simply and directly. Let's go. What muscle actually is. Muscle is made of fibers, long thread-like cells bundled together. Inside each fiber are smaller structures called myofibrils. These are the machinery that makes your muscle contract and produce force. When you lift something heavy, your brain sends a signal to those fibers. They contract, the weight moves. But here is the key. Your muscle does not grow during the workout. The workout is the damage. Heavy lifting creates microscopic tears in those fibers. After the workout, your body rushes to repair them, and when it does, it builds them back slightly thicker and stronger than before. This is called muscle protein synthesis, and it is the entire game. Everything, training, nutrition, sleep, recovery, is either triggering this process or supporting it. How to actually trigger growth. For muscle to grow, it needs a reason to. That reason is mechanical tension, the muscle being stretched and contracted under load. 3 things drive this. First, progressive overload. This is the most important principle in all of resistance training. You must consistently increase the demand on the muscle over time. More weight, more reps, more sets. If you lift the same weight for the same reps every week, your muscles have zero reason to grow. They are already strong enough. The stimulus stops, the growth stops. Progressive overload is not optional, it is the engine. Second, sufficient volume. Volume means total work done. Sets multiplied by reps multiplied by weight. Most muscle groups need 10 to 20 working sets per week to grow. The sweet spot for most people is 12 to 16 sets per muscle group per week, spread across 2 to 3 sessions. Third, training close to failure. The last few reps of a set are the most important. This is when the muscle is fully recruited and maximally stressed. You do not need to go to absolute failure every set, but you should be within 1 to 3 reps of it on most sets. That is the zone where growth happens. Protein, the most important nutrient. Muscle is made of amino acids. When you eat protein, your body breaks it into amino acids and uses them to repair and build muscle tissue. Not enough protein means the body does not have the raw materials, like trying to build a house without enough bricks. How much do you actually need? 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For an 80 kilogram person, that is 128 to 176 grams daily. The fitness industry pushes much higher numbers constantly. The science does not support it. Above 2.2 grams per kilogram, there is no additional muscle building benefit. You are just burning expensive protein as fuel. What kind of protein matters? Not all protein is equal. The key is having all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot make on its own. Animal proteins, meat, fish, eggs, dairy, are complete. They contain all 9. Plant proteins are often incomplete. Plant-based people can absolutely build muscle, but need a wider variety of sources and slightly higher total intake. Leucine specifically deserves mention. It is the amino acid that most directly triggers muscle protein synthesis. It acts like a key that starts the engine. Eggs, beef, whey, and chicken are especially high in it. Protein timing. Spread your protein across the day. Your body can use roughly 35 to 40 grams per meal for muscle synthesis. Eating 180 grams in one sitting does not give you 5 times the benefit. Aim for 4 to 5 protein-containing meals daily, each one around 30 to 40 grams. The post-workout window exists, but it is not the emergency the supplement industry pretends. Eating protein within a few hours of training is enough. Calories, the foundation everything else sits on. Your body needs energy to build muscle. If you are not eating enough total calories, it will not prioritize building new tissue. To build muscle, you need a slight caloric surplus, eating a little more than your body burns daily. The effective range is 200 to 500 calories above maintenance. More than that, and you gain fat faster than muscle. Less than that, and the process crawls. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. Carbohydrates are your muscle's preferred fuel during training. They are stored in muscle as glycogen. When you train, glycogen is what powers your contractions. Low-carb diets hurt training performance. Less performance means less tension. Less tension means less growth. For muscle building, carbohydrates should make up the majority of your intake outside of protein. Rice, oats, potatoes, and fruit are your best sources. Fat is essential. Dietary fat supports hormone production, specifically testosterone, the primary anabolic hormone in the body. It drives muscle protein synthesis directly. Low fat intake suppresses testosterone. Suppressed testosterone means suppressed muscle growth. Healthy fats, eggs, olive oil, fatty fish, nuts, avocado, should make up 20 to 30% of your total calories. Do not cut fat to make room for more protein. You will pay for it hormonally. Sleep, the most underrated variable. Training creates the conditions for growth. Sleep is when the growth actually happens. During deep sleep, your pituitary gland releases a large pulse of human growth hormone. This is the primary signal for muscle repair and construction. Without sufficient deep sleep, that pulse shrinks. The repair is incomplete. Studies show people sleeping under 6 hours build significantly less muscle than those sleeping 7 to 9, even with identical training and nutrition. Sleep is also when cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle, is cleared from the system. Poor sleep means elevated cortisol the next day. Elevated cortisol fights directly against your muscle-building hormones. 7 to 9 hours is not a luxury. It is a training variable. Recovery, the part everyone skips. The workout tears the muscle. Sleep begins the repair. But full recovery takes longer. Most muscle groups need 48 to 72 hours between hard sessions. Training the same muscle every day does not speed up growth. It prevents it. The most effective training splits hit each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week with enough recovery between sessions. The signs of under-recovery are clear: persistent soreness, declining performance, low motivation, poor sleep. When those show up, the answer is never more training. It is more recovery. The supplements that actually work. 3 supplements have real, consistent research behind them. Creatine monohydrate, the most studied supplement in sports science. It increases the energy available for short, intense efforts. More energy means more reps. More reps means more tension. More tension means more growth. 3 to 5 grams daily, no loading phase needed. Caffeine increases power output and delays fatigue during training. 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram of body weight before training is the effective dose. Protein powder, not magic, just convenient food. If you are hitting your protein targets through whole foods, you do not need it. If you are struggling, whey is the most effective option. Everything else, BCAAs, fat burners, testosterone boosters, is largely unsupported by independent research. Save your money. The entire science, summarized. Train with progressive overload. Give your muscles a reason to grow and keep increasing the demand. Eat 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. Spread it across the day. Eat in a slight caloric surplus, 200 to 500 calories above maintenance. Fuel training with carbohydrates. Keep fat high enough to support testosterone. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. This is when building actually happens. Recover properly. 48 to 72 hours between sessions for the same muscle. Use creatine. Skip almost everything else. That is the entire science. No secret protocol, no magic rep range, no supplement that bypasses these fundamentals. The people with the best physiques got there by doing these basics consistently, for years. Not perfectly, consistently. Show up, train hard, eat well, sleep, recover, repeat. The biology does the rest. Subscribe and turn on notifications. We go this deep every single video. I will see you in the next one.